These are the top 5 things we find most useful for van life. That's it. End video. Cut. I would recommend van life for anyone, but it is definitely not without its inconveniences. Lucky for you, we've come up with 5 things that can solve those problems.
We got some solutions for you.
We got solutions for you.
Woo. I just want to point out that none of these items that we've mentioned are sponsored. We just really wanted to share with you the items that we love and use the most. And we will add all the links in the description for all the items that are mentioned in this video.
Wicked. So the first most useful thing that we use is AllTrails. AllTrails is an app with a database of all the trail maps across the world. As useful as AllTrails is, it's definitely got some pros and cons. If you have the pro version of AllTrails, you can download maps and use them offline. That way, if you're halfway up a mountain or you're in a bit of a remote location, you don't have to worry about not being able to access your maps, and you can use it at any time whether you have data or not. So another pro is it has a really strong community base. You can look at the reviews that other users have put, whether it took them longer than what AllTrails says is the average time. The community base and the reviews definitely helps when deciding a trail. Allows you to get a good feel for the trail before you actually set out and do it. But there is a really nice feature to the AllTrails app, and that is a tracking feature. It will track the path that you've taken. It tracks things like the time, the distance, the elevation, and it's just really good to keep an idea of how far you've gone in what time frame, and you can track your progress to obviously see how much quicker you do things and whether you're getting fitter or not. Unfortunately, with AllTrails you get a 7-day free trial, and then after that you have to pay. With the free trial there are restrictions, so you don't get access to all of the features, but it's not necessarily a huge expense for the year, especially if you're using it often. If you live in your van and you do a lot of walks, the chances are you're going to use it pretty much every day. We use it pretty much every time we go away. So another downside to AllTrails is that it can be a little bit awkward to get used to. Did find it a little bit weird. Some people might not. It didn't really take that long, but it definitely was awkward to start with.
Second on our list is our chairs that are actually fishing chairs. My brother was bought it for Christmas one year when he started living in his van, which was before I bought the van. Then I really liked it, so I asked for one for Christmas. Then I got one last year, Christmas of 2022. Billy finally got a chair. So now the whole gang has got a chair. It's really comfy and convenient. The only downside is that it is a bit awkward to carry because it's a fishing chair. Normally you'd walk from your vehicle to the place you're going to fish and just set up for the however long you're going to be there. Whereas obviously in the van we're constantly getting it in and out. That is the downside. But once it's set up, you can adjust the legs if we're on hills or uneven ground. It's not a problem. We're not sitting awkwardly sideways. We can just adjust the legs, and it's great. And the great thing about the retractable back of the chair is that we can lay down and watch the stars, or we can sit upright while we're eating, or even just lounge back a bit while we're chilling out. Our third point is our table. I love our little table, the one I sticker bombed. The first pro to our table is you can use it on the bed. So when you fold it out, you've got short legs, and then it's got the extendable legs to obviously stand out. When we're in the van and we're eating on our bed, because obviously we can't stand up in our van, we can have the table out and we can eat dinner like we're at an actual table and chairs. When we're just chilling in bed, we want to watch a movie or a program, we can just put it at the end of the bed with the laptop on.
Watch a film.
The second pro would be that it's super lightweight. You could easily carry this anywhere, even though it's not tiny.
So it's not awkward to move around and adjust things, and if you need to move it quickly you can, and you haven't got to worry about it.
The third pro is that it's easy to store because it flat packs. We can just chuck it in the back and then place our chairs on top, and it doesn't take up much room at all.
Yeah. So one of the main things that I love about the table is the fact that we can use it Outside as well, it's aluminium, so you haven't got to worry about it rusting. We used it on the beach when we was cooking on the beach. We put the little stovetop on it and cook on it, put our drinks on it, our food. It is just so versatile and so useful that we just couldn't not put it on this list. So the only downside to the table is that the leg holders underneath, when you're not using it, you hook the legs into these little clamp things, and the clamps are a little bit weak, so sometimes when we go to get it out the back of the van, the legs are just lost. Obviously we've been driving around for like 3 hours, 4 hours, they're gone, so you end up wasting time trying to find the legs, and yeah, it's just a little bit annoying. Number 4 is probably one of my favourites.
Yes, our jumpers. What up?
Beep.
I got these for my whole family for Christmas 2021, and safe to say it was probably the best present I've ever got anyone. These are the toastiest, warmest, thickest things, and we use them most in our van life days.
The first year that we went away in the van, sometimes it would get a little bit deeper into the night. If we was chilling outside, it would get extremely cold and you would have to layer up. This solves that problem very easily. Mm-hmm. I could sit outside all night in this and never get cold.
So in our van tour, we mentioned that our diesel heater broke, and ever since, it is currently end of January at the moment, and we still don't have a diesel heater. But ever since, we've been wearing these overnight, and it's just kept us toasty and warm. So I'd definitely say that's another pro, because we've not had to buy another £150 heater.
The second pro about these jumpers is that it covers most of your body. They go down to your knees. So if you're sitting on the sofa or you're sitting anywhere like that, you can cover your toes and cover your knees and your legs. No more cold toes. They have very useful pockets. Mine is a little bit broke, but that's just because I'm just a bit reckless when I wear this sometimes. And that brings us to the cons.
So the next con would be that when you're eating or washing up, they do get in the way. So if you're freezing cold and you want to wash up or eat, they dangle and they'll get in your food, or they'll get all wet because of the water and the suds. So yeah, that's definitely a con, but you can just be like. Our fifth thing that we use the most for van life is the app Park for Night. You've already heard us mention this in our videos before. In one of our videos, I'm looking for a place to stay on the way to where we're going.
We don't actually know where we're going to stay tonight.
So it was completely last minute.
As usual.
As usual. And yeah, it helped us out massively. So Park for Night is an app that tells you where you can sleep, where you can park up. It even tells you waste disposal places, public toilets, anything or any service you need while you're van lifing all around the UK and all around the world. It will give you a place to sleep.
Van life would definitely be a hell of a lot more stressful without it. That is for sure.
Yeah.
So one of the pros of Park for Night is that it has a really strong community base. A lot of the locations are uploaded by members of the community anyway, people that use the app. Each individual location will have reviews and comments from community members that have stayed there maybe, just to give you an oversight of what it's like to stay there, whether it's a nice view, whether there's rubbish there, whether they've got moved along or had any trouble with the locals. And it definitely helps when trying to decide for a place to stay. Obviously you don't want to drive all the way out there and then find that you can't park there anymore, because obviously things do get updated and changed as more people use different areas, and it just helps keeping the information current. Some of these reviews would also have images of the area, which could be quite nice if you're looking for an area with pretty views.
A con for Park for Night is that there is a subscription base for some of the features, like remove ads when you pay, or it will give you accommodations and things on your route. It is $1.99 for the month, or you can pay $9.99 for the year, but you don't have to pay for this. Luckily, you can use the free version, which is perfectly fine, and you can favourite places in the free version if you want to go back to them, or if you want to go somewhere at a later date. Thank you so much for watching. We really hope you liked this video. Let us know what one was your favourite in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. Please like, subscribe, follow us on Instagram, TikTok, all that jazz.
Hit the notification bell so you're notified whenever we drop new videos.
Thanks for watching. Bye. Let's go get dinner. I'm hungry.
Oh, I'm starving. Imagine making a video and not having all the information.
Us. I'm really hungry. I want dinner.
Yeah,
after
I'm
this.
starving. Oh, we got slow cooked.
Pay for the night.
Yes. What's up?
Oh, sorry, you filming?
Yeah, it's alright.
Ruin our video, mate. Say hello to the people.
What's that?
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.